How to get his attention on social media. To be smitten with someone and not have them return your affection is one of the worst places to be in. When you find yourself in that situation, a better part of your time may be spent wondering how to get a guy's attention. As hard as it may seem, it's not impossible to make an impression on the guy you are suing over and leave a mark on his mind. To be able to do that, you need to revisit the whole "if it's meant to be, it will work out" paradigm. Sometimes you have to be your own Cupid and give that a little nudge for things to work out exactly the way you want them to. Grabbing the attention of the guy you have your heart set on is the first step in that direction. Only when he notices you will he begin to see what a great person you are and how lucky he would be to have you in his life. How to get a guy's attention? To begin with, you need to put yourself on the guy's radar. He needs to know that you exist for him to pay attention. Perhaps trying to get his attention without talking to him would be a good starting point. Once you leave an impression on his mind from a distance, you can then start building a bridge that connects you to him. Then you need to find resonance with him. Your appearance, words, actions, and behavior around him, and in general, have to be such that it leaves a lasting impression on the guy. Only when he catches himself unwittingly thinking about you, you can then say you've got his attention. It helps if you can find some common ground and shared interests to build upon this initial hold you have established on his mind. Once you have checked all the boxes, then you can move on to planning and making your next move. Catch his eye. So, you like a guy and want him to notice you before you approach him to strike a conversation. But how do you get a guy's attention without talking to him? Well, one of the simplest ways to catch his eye is to work on your appearance. If you are heading out to a place where you know you would run into this guy, put a little thought and effort into the way you dress. Pick out an outfit that accentuates the right assets of your body, do up your hair, wear a premium fragrance. All of these elements will help create a distinct persona of you in his mind. Whenever he thinks of you, his mind will conjure up this desirable image. You may not have spoken to him or even exchanged pleasantries, but you will still be on his mind. That's how powerful it can be to put your best foot forward with confidence. To get his attention without talking to him becomes a walk in the park when you feel confident in your skin and exude a positive vibe. Make eye contact. You can get a man's attention by simply holding his gaze. These advances don't come naturally to most women. Even if you are burning with desire for a man, it's hard to make a suggestive pass at him. But you don't have to go as far. You can get a man's attention without making any physical contact with him whatsoever by simply looking into his eyes. Hold his gaze, whether you are in a conversation or just looking at each other from across the room. This simple gesture of flirting with your eyes will be enough to tell him that you are interested. The more intense your look, the higher the chances that he will think about you long after. Be unique to get a guy's attention on Instagram. Want to get a guy's attention on Instagram or whatever other social media platform you prefer? You have to learn to stand out from the crowd. With everyone posting near identical selfies using filters and effects that have done that too, it's hard to tell the one from another. That's why your endeavor must be to stand out. The best way to do so is to be unique. Let your Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat posts and stories be a reflection of who you are. Marsha had an intense crush on a guy at the gym. Even though they talk sometimes, post workout, and even followed each other on Instagram, things weren't moving along as she hoped. How to get his attention on social media? Well, Marsha wondered. Then it struck her. Their shared passion was fitness, so why not capitalize on that? She started posting stories about her workout routines and food habits, videos of her pumping iron, holding that 90-second plank to perfection, and photos of smoothies and salads. Sure enough, he started sending heart reactions to her posts within a few days and eventually slid into her DMs. Befriend him on social media to get a guy's attention. Are you mere acquaintances who share cordial greetings and get in with your lives? Or someone you connected with on dating site? It can be nerve-wracking to decipher how to get a guy's attention in such situations. The simplest answer is simple by starting by trying to get a guy's attention online. Befriend him on social media is the first order of business. Once he accepts your request, pay attention to what his Facebook or Instagram tells you about him. Like what you see, invest a little time and effort in making yourself seen by proactively engaging with his posts. React to his stories and posts, leave comments, share or retweet his posts. To get his attention on social media, it's just as important to show him that his posts resonate with you as it is to make sure your strikes a chord with him. Keep a positive outlook to get a man's attention back. Are you trying to get a man's attention back after having it lost once or perhaps more than once? We are not going to lie, getting a man to give you attention and importance after he has already crashed and burned doing the same thing in the past can be twice as hard. A positive outlook can go a long way in turning the tide in your favor. If there is some bad blood between you both and account of something that you have done, do your best to let him know that you are making your amends. Steer clear of negativity such as making snide remarks or bad-mouthing him in front of your friends, just for the sake of getting his attention and make him talk to you again. In all likelihood, such actions will push him further away from you. How to get a guy's attention? Be confident. It's no secret that having a crush on someone has a way of turning the most confident people into nervous wrecks. That's why you must make a conscious effort not to be too in over your head if you are trying to figure out how to get a guy's attention. Whenever you are in his company, channelize your self-confidence through your body language, gestures, and words. No fidgeting, no stuttering or rambling. Let your stance be open and forthcoming, your body relaxed and your words poised to make a favorable impression. Let's say you are trying to figure out how to get his attention in high school when he is the most popular boy who has girls swooning over him, and you, by comparison, feels like an average Jane. Begin by reminding yourself that there is nothing average about you. You are a unique snowflake in every sense of the word. Figure out what it is that makes you and then use it to work your charm on the guy you are crushing over. For instance, if you are a great singer, sign up for a school event or club where this shines through. When he notices the things that set you apart from the crowd, you'll always have his attention. Texting can be a double-edged sword. It can also make conversations ambiguous and open to interpretation, as the other person doesn't get the whole context of your words without the gestures and tone of your voice. The conversations can become even more stunted if you are used to talking in emojis. To make sure things progress in the desired direction, you need to speak your mind. Don't hold back what you really want to say out of the fear of being judged or misunderstood. Laughter is a great way to build strength between you two. Why not use it to get a guy's attention online? From cheesy one-liners to knock-knock jokes, funny anecdotes, or your own brand of humor, there are just so many ways to be silly, goofy, and hilarious to make a guy laugh. You don't necessarily have to have him split every time. Even if you can make him chuckle or bring a smile to his face, know that you will stay on his mind for all the right reasons. Besides, laughter is a great way to break the ice and cut the awkwardness you may feel when interacting with a guy you have the hots for. Use laughter to establish a rapport with him, and you will find all the right ways to bowl him over. Find common interests. If you're trying to get a man's attention back, finding common interests and shared grounds is your best bet. Since you already know this man, you probably already know his likes and dislikes. All that's left for you to do is to build up on it and let's see how much you have in common. However, don't take it or pretend like things he does just to get his attention, this will only lift your heart. But if you genuinely like or dislike the same things as him, let him see it as plain as a pikestaff. Flirt to get a guy's attention. Are you trying to get a man's attention, or at least entertain the thought of making a move? Well, don't hold back. There is no reason why you have to sit around and wait for the guy to do the pursuing. Besides, by self-admission, guys love the idea of a girl making a move of them. So bring on your flirting A game if you want to get a guy's attention and sustain it. Use your words, eyes, lips, and body language to get your intent across to him. That was it for today's video. I do have to mention a disclaimer. I'm not a love therapist or anything like that. I just like to talk about the subject of love and relationships, and hopefully someone will find these words of mine helpful. Thank you again for watching this video, and to show me support since I am new here, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel so I can make more videos like this. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.